Yo YouTube, it's me, King Nazru, here with a review of Rosario Vampire, Chapter 28. We start our chapter off with a guide reading in the newspaper, and what it says is, the school festival will rain blood. No future. Wow, that's a pretty pessimistic way to start the chapter off. Anyway, Kuru and Yukari note that Mocha is looking well, as in contrast to the last chapter, where she was looking pale and weak. And Mocha believes it's due to Skune allowing her to nourish herself with his blood, and this is supported by the fact that Skune is completely exhausted. However, Mocha notes that Skune's blood tasted differently than before, which pisses off Kurumu because she doesn't like how Mocha feeds off Skune's blood at the risk of his own life, and this causes her to start beating on Mocha in a comedian fashion, not like a brutal fashion. It's just and overhearing that, Skune heads back to the bathroom and trying to disbelieve that his blood has changed, because if that's the case, that he might be on the verge of becoming a ghoul again instead of remaining human. And he wonders how's that possible when the Holy Lock is supposed to sorry, when the Holy Lock is supposed to prevent that. So he thinks that he should go see the exorcist about it. Then back to the newspaper club, Gin says that he is outraged that someone vandalized their postboard. And Mizrace reads, reads the newspaper saying that the culprits wish for the school management to cancel the school festival or there will be a bloodbath. Misery also shows the others that it was also printed on the Yokai Academy paper, but Gin points out it's a fake. Gin says that the fake paper was most likely made by the group Antithesis. So we're also dealing with a new group along with the Outcast game, but we'll get back to that later. Uh, so the Antithesis are a group that hates the school policies and perverts violence, and this is one of their methods now. And Gin deduces that the newspaper club is going to be the Antithesis scapegoat, and if the school thinks that they're responsible, they could get suspended. Really? Suspended? You think a thing like that would get them expelled? Anyway, Skune, after exiting the bathroom, is surrounded by security agents who look like Neo from the Matrix, but act like the other agents, like Agent Smith. Oh, man, I love the Matrix. That's a good movie. I ought to see that some. I ought to see that sometime again. Okay, back to the review. Um, they suspect Skune is a member of Antithesis, and Skune is thus detained, much to his shocking disbelief. And Gin arrives at the scene too late to save Skune. So, despite being a werewolf and being famous for your super speed, you couldn't even get here to save Skune in time. Our hero, everyone. Our big, ineffectual hero. So, anyway, the agents tell Skune that he's going to be taken to the board chairman. And who is the board chairman? Well, none other than the exorcist. And the exorcist tells Skune that he should quit school, but tells him that even if he refuses, he's already made plans to have him expelled. Exorcist, you probably just could have just told him he was expelled and saved yourself a few seconds of this conversation. But whatever. Skune pleads innocence, but the exorcist says that he knows he's innocent and he's not kicking him out for that. He says that the group Antithesis has been a thorn on their side for quite some time, and the one known as the ready for this, the graffiti demon. Seriously, the graffiti demon. We couldn't come up with a better name for that. Whatever. Uh, the graffiti demon has yet to be captured due to being extremely fast. So the graffiti demon is able to outmaneuver the agents, yet again can't. I know I already made this joke, but our hero, our ineffectual hero. So anyway, Skune is being used as a scapegoat to prevent the students from asking why isn't the school body doing anything about the graffiti demon. And the Exorcist notes that the Skune's Holy Lock bracelet is starting to crack up, and he takes a look at it, and he explains that the Holy Lock wasn't designed for him, and once his monster aura overpowers the bracelet, it'll break, and he might either lose his life or become a ghoul again. So how exactly does that work? Is the bracelet uh, pre-designed for a certain monster, or does it bond with a monster and just it only works for them? Whatever. The Exorcist suggests that Skinny leaves and lives a peaceful life outside from the school, but Skinny hesitates about this, and the Exorcist knows the reason is because of Skinny's friends. And he says that Skinny should leave because his friends are the problem. Uh, Later, Mocha meets up with Skinny on the roof and tells him that she's relieved to see him. And Skinny tells Mocha not to worry about him before surprisingly running off. Then he's spotted by the graffiti demon and tells him he knows why he's upset. He says his vandalism is just like newspapers, since it controls information, and wow, now that I think about it, he's actually right. That's pretty insightful. So, anyway, he says he's going to use to control the information and use it to get rid of the rest of the newspaper club. Skinny wants to know why they're attacking him, because he's never heard of Antithesis, but the graffiti... You know what? I'm not calling him the graffiti demon, because that's just too stupid a name. We're calling him the demon. And the demon says that they're part of the... They're in league with the Outcast gang. Well, not in league, they're in charge of the Outcast gang. And they were he's meant to target him and the rest of the newspaper club. So they fight, and he overpowers Skune with his speed. But before he can finish him off, Mocha arrives, telling him there's no need to fight since Skune has already been expelled, and Mocha is prepared to drop out. But Skune leaves.